What up there, Mikey's Crew? It's your good friend Michael here, along with
Kathleen.
we're at the Gilmore Car Museum today,
And it's got a lot of
and I'm running in a race here. But there's a lot of cool cars in here, so we're going to show you those as we're walking out, and then we'll talk about the race, okay?
Let's go back this way.
That's what that was?
Yep. Mustang 66 Fastback. That's cool. It's 68.
Now, if we could only take one of these cars out and
I wouldn't mind
enter them in the race,
I
I'd
wouldn't mind
win.
taking that Mustang out, dude.
I'll take out the 1905 Franklin right here.
No, I wouldn't mind taking the Mustang out.
Don't even have to worry about putting the top down. There's no top.
I think there is a top. I think it's good. Yeah.
So hopefully you can hear me. I mean, there is a lot of loud music behind me. You see, we're outside now of the Gilmore Car Museum. So the Southwest Michigan, this is the Southwest Michigan Race for the Cure, the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure, 2017 event. Yes, we're out at the Gilmore Car Museum, as I stated. This event before has taken place in downtown Kalamazoo at the Arcadia Creek Festival area, and it's also taken place last year in 2016 at Homer Stryker Field, home of the Kalamazoo Growlers. And last year was kind of a debacle. It was cold, but that wasn't really the reason why it was a debacle. The pace person who was out on their bike turned us around too early, and we only ended up running 1.5 miles. Well, we're not going to have to worry about that today. We're not going to have to worry about traffic today, as this is a completely enclosed course, as we'll run around the facility. It'll be paved, it'll be grass as well. But this is, of course, more than a race today. Unlike, running Fifth Third Riverbank Run and Kalamazoo Marathon, just get out there and be healthy. This is a whole lot different thing. This is, like I said, the Race for the Cure. We're out here to raise money for breast cancer, find a cure for that, because we don't want anybody else to have to go through that at all whatsoever. It's any kind of cancer, really, to tell you the truth. It's touched many people's lives, and today we're out here, we're celebrating the people that have beaten breast cancer, the survivors. We're also here to support those who are battling it at the moment. And also, we're out here to remember those who are no longer with us that passed away from breast cancer. So that's the real reason for running today, is to support the cause of raising money for the Susan G. Komen Foundation and the Race for the Cure. But we got a beautiful day out here. It was rainy this morning. We weren't sure whether we were going to be running in rain or not. I've got my sunglasses on. I can see some blue sky. Actually, right over here, you got some blue sky. So it's going to hopefully get here. Sunglasses are here for the race. It feels nice and comfortable. This morning it felt quite humid out, but it feels pretty comfortable now. There's a little bit of wind. They said it was going to be a little bit breezy, maybe 12 miles an hour, but I'm not really feeling it right now. I'm sure we'll feel it sometime during the race or something like that. So the course, anyway, I saw it online. It's pretty hard to describe. There are a lot of turns involved in it, but I'll try to describe it as best I can. So behind me over here is where we all parked, and there's like a loop, and I think we start over there, we run around a circle, and then we'll come back up actually right over here along this path. We run actually through the finish area, which, let me actually turn the camera around so you can see it. So we should end up running right through there, straight ahead. If you see the pink tent, that I believe is the finish area. So we're gonna run right through there, and then we're going to head out left past the building in the back, if you can see with the 4 squares kind of up on the top. We're going to head left out along the fence line, all the way out to M43, head along the fence line, make a left along the fence line, and make another left, come back, and then we're going to end up coming back along that fence line, and then we're going to actually head back out along the tree line that we'll actually pass. So we'll get to see some people that are already going out and others of us that are already deep into the race. We'll make some loops out there. It's, like I said, it's pretty confusing describing it. If I had a map in front of you, I could easily show it to you. But you'll end up making a loop, or you'll end up going by the trees, coming back, turning, coming off the grass area, back into the paved area, and then coming straight down toward the finish area, which would be the 3.1 mile race. Yes, I know that was confusing, but I'm sure I'll be able to explain it to you better once the race is over, what the course is, if I can remember exactly what I ran. Kathleen's here, she's ready to cheer me on. I see my mom walking up this way, which we were wondering where she was at this entire time. She never stopped back home, and I was like, where the heck is she at? But here she is, ready to support us. Well, support me, because Kathleen's going to support it. Both of them are going to support me. We're going to support all the runners and walkers and everybody that's out here. We've got about 20-some minutes before the race. Matt's supposed to be bringing Kevin. I don't know if that's happening or not, because who knows? I didn't get official word if they're actually going to be here or not. So it's great to be out here. It's a lot different than what it was before, because I've ran out here a couple times for cross country, and these buildings right here were non-existent. They were not even here. The start line I think we had was like over where the ribbon was, and we headed straight out, and we ended up going like left, and it was crazy because we actually did end up by M43 out there as well, and did kind of the same loop that we're gonna do, but it was completely different than back then when we did it twice. So that was like in high school, you know, over 10 years ago. So, oh yeah, over 10 years ago. So this is gonna be a different course. I'm ready to run it.
All right, and to sing our national anthem is Taylor Winnell. If everyone could please direct their attention to the stage and remove your hats for our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Racers, walkers, are you ready?
Good luck, Michael. There he goes. Keep coming. And now we're getting into the water. Good luck, walkers. And if you see the guys with pink bibs, those are cancer survivors. Woo. Here they go. Go runners, go! Here comes Michael. Yeah, Michael. That a boy. Defeat your time. Defeat your time on your watch. Yeah. There's Michael. Run, Michael! Run like the wind. Come on.
Come on, Michael!
Woo! Come on, Michael!
Come on, Michael!
Woo!
Come on, Michael!
Run, Michael! Woo!
Woohoo! Yes, sir!
There you go, baby. That's a run. That's a run.
All right, back here to do the recap of the race for the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure 5K. Whoops, sorry, my thumb was in there for a little bit. So guess what? If you didn't notice, I won the race overall. When we started, it was a little bit of a slow start. The person in the car, there was a miscommunication between them and the person on the stand calling down to start the race, and so we had a little bit of a slow start. So I didn't start my watch right away. Kathleen looked at the time, it said 21:09, but I didn't really start it until we got moving. So I got 20:59 for my time, which was good. It's a little slower just because of the fact we're running on the grass today. I'm not using it as an excuse, but there's a big difference between running on pavement or concrete and versus grass. It just slows you down a little bit if you don't have spikes. It would have been nice if the whole course would have been grass. I know the whole course couldn't have been paved, obviously. They would have had to take us out on the road for that. But if it was all grass, I could have worn my spikes, which would have probably helped a little bit. It would have been a little bit faster time, but it would have been a little bit slower than usual. So the 2040 time is going to have to, getting under 2040 is going to have to wait a little bit. So anyways, we got going. We started, that little loop around the parking area. Sorry, I got a little spit on my lips, I just realized. There. Heading around there, and I was in the third at the time, and there was a guy in a green shirt, and there was one other guy in front of me. And I ended up passing him before we got off the loop, and then I was just me and this guy in this green shirt, and I fell behind him a few steps, just a little bit. And once we got out, we headed right down through the finish line, and then once we got to the end of the barn, we headed left, and we headed toward M43 along the fence area. And we're running into the teeth of the wind at this point. Stiff wind, and of course there's a little up and like downhill there, but not too bad. I mean, there were no real hills on the course whatsoever. So we headed along there, then headed right along the fence line, right along M43. Then we hit the mile mark. I had said 6:25. I'm like, well, I'm going pretty good here, but I could definitely feel like I was slowing down because of the grass. So then we headed right again, cut across the parking area over on the other side, the entrance where you come in, and then headed back to the paved area, headed past a diner, and then headed back out along the fence line again for a second time, heading in the opposite direction. So we headed along there, headed left again, and then we ended up, or we headed down there, and then we ended up coming along the sides, or well, actually, yeah, we did. We went all the way over on the other side, and then came back along the tree line on the outside of it, and then we actually ended up going around the trees, coming back on the inside of it, doing a little loop around there, hit the 2 mile mark. It said 7:10, so I'd really slowed down because of the grass. And before we got to 2nd mile mark, the guy in the green shirt started walking a little bit, and I asked him if he was okay. He said yeah, so I kept going, and I'm thinking to myself, well, geez, I'm wearing an untimed bib here. How are they going to count that? I'm just thinking the entire time, if I do end up coming in first, because I mean, we're getting close to the 2 mile mark here. So we got to the 2 mile mark. I'm following the golf cart. The guy in the golf cart says his cart's dying, and I'm thinking to myself, oh great, how am I going to follow the rest of the course? But I looked down at the ground, saw the lines he told me to follow, so I did that. Came out along the tree line. Then we hit like a paved portion, like another circle portion out just past the trees. Came along that, and then came back made a right, and then about a little bit later we just made a left and headed right back down the chute here toward the finish line. I'm picking up my pace as best I can. I ended up coming in with a 7:14 mile for the last mile, and so overall my time was 20:59 because like I said, I didn't start it until I ended up coming, or until the car that was pacing us ended up getting moving, because it was a little bit of a slow start there because of that. So overall, it was a good race. When I came in, there was a guy like talking to on a race official, and they apparently, there was a few of them that got rerouted, like 5 of them. So they ended up running a short race, which that was a problem last year. So unfortunately, that happened again. But he looked at me when I crossed, was talking to the race official, and he's like, "This guy's the winner. This guy's the winner," talking about me. So I don't know. We'll see what happens in the awards. If I am declared the winner, great. If I'm not, and someone, whoever came in behind me was wearing a time bib, oh well. I don't know if I made the mistake of registering wrong or not, but I'll find that out. But overall, it was a good run, and very happy with it, even though, like I said, it was a little bit slower, but that was because of the grass. So the next race will be the Run to Climax 7K on Memorial Day. Can't wait for that one. That'll be a morning race versus an afternoon race. Being in the afternoon, it was a little bit warmer, but it wasn't too bad because we had some clouds and a little bit of wind to help us out as well. So the event's over, everything's all set. No awards announced or anything, so no, they've done awards in the past, but they didn't do any today. So that's their decision whether they want to do that or not. That's fine, not a big deal whatsoever. So I'll be the only one to know that I won this race, because in the official results, you won't find my name, because this white bib that I'm wearing is an untimed runner result, unfortunately, not a timed result. So that's unfortunate. I have to check that still at home, whether I did mess up or not. If I did, whatever, not that big of a deal. I know my time was 20:59. I took first place overall, and I can just brag about it, I guess. Although there will be people who will be like, "Oh, I don't believe you, Michael." I'm not saying you guys won't believe me. I'm saying there's people I know that will say that to me. Whatever. I don't really care, I guess, about what they say, if they don't believe me or not. So anyways, that wraps up the 2017 Suzuki Komen Race for a Cure run. So drop a thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed it. I want to thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe for more content. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Those links are in the description below. Until next time, this is Michael out and over and out. Mikey, screw you guys are the best. Take care. Oh, that way. So I realized I completely forgot to show you guys the shirt. By the way, it comes with a nice pink bandana as well that you can wear, so that's cool. But I totally forgot to show off the shirt because we had put it back in the car before the run. So let me just set my camera down here really quickly and show you the shirt. Alright. It says, "Be bold, be fearless, be more, race for the cure, Southwest Michigan, May 21st, 2017. And then you got your sponsors on the front, and you got your sponsors on the back as well. So, and your media partners. So that definitely does officially wrap it up. And I did go back and look to see if I did register with the timing chip. And I thought I had, and I made the mistake of not doing that. So that was my fault. Because the registration was $25, and then I donated $5, and I thought I had clicked the button to add the timing chip to my bib, but I completely forgot to do that. So, oh well. So my name will never be in the results that I won the race, but unofficially I know I did take first place overall. So, I mean, I can add that accomplishment. So now I've won 2 races in my life, which I thought I was only going to win that one for the Race for the Cure in Battle Creek. So